Tonight, we also honor a group of men and women whose job it is to step up in an emergency, to meet the sudden, catastrophic medical challenges of life, who dedicate their lives in service to being our first responders and our heroes. Many of us are here today because emergency medical services were there when we needed them. Tonight, we honor them too.
We have a world-class emergency response team here in Long Beach. When you think about our firefighters, or EMTs, or paramedics, lifeguards, those that are taking our emergency phone calls, our dispatchers, they make up what makes Long Beach great when it comes to our medical team.
Emergency Medical Services, or EMS, in Long Beach is operated and staffed by the Long Beach Fire Department. It includes every firefighter, paramedic, lifeguard, and 911 operator. Today, emergency medical calls make up more than 80% of their work. More than 44,000 medical emergencies each year.
Years ago, they would go on fires most of the time and didn't provide medical services. As technology has evolved over the years, fire system technology, we don't go on as many fires, and we now primarily go on emergency medical runs.
Long Beach FD and St. Mary recognized this changing need for medical responders back in the 1970s. Together they began implementing innovative changes that would become an example for the nation.
St. Mary took a very bold step under the leadership of Dr. Steve Shea to create emergency first responders in our local fire department here. So it was pretty groundbreaking back in the early 70s, and it's evolved obviously over the last 42 years to what it is today, which is perhaps one of the most robust, capable emergency medical service delivery models in the country.
Around 20 years ago, Long Beach took another groundbreaking step, becoming the first municipal fire department to take the lifeguards under its umbrella. And because each one is now a trained EMT, lifeguards respond to every sort of medical call. Only their calls are often on the water.
We have to be able to service the needs of the community out on the water as well as on land. Not only as lifeguards, but as firefighters and sometimes as almost as police officers.
Lifeguards and firefighters are often the first responders, but the entry point to EMS is usually someone you never see, the 911 operator.
We have smoke coming out of a building, and there's a child in the upstairs building, and they're busting the window to try to get the smoke out. We need fire rescue.
Tell everybody to get out of the building. We're on our way.
When you dial 911, the person who picks up that call, how well they do as far as triaging your problem is critical into the response that you get and how ultimately your outcome may result.
It's very gratifying when you have an individual that's calling that may have reached that point in their life where they no longer want to be with us. Your responsibility is to take their mind off whatever it is that's bothering them at that time. So you do that until help arrives. You know, there's a lot of pride in that.
There is also a lot of pride for the level of training each member of Long Beach Fire Department goes through. The department has a certified regional training center and regularly conducts drills to prepare for every sort of emergency disaster, from a plane crash at Long Beach Airport to an active shooter drill at the campus of Cal State.
And that tore me up to think that could happen at our campus, and my daughter could be involved, but these heroes are going to go save their lives. And that's really important to us, is they're not just those guys on TV that save lives. They really are America's heroes, and we love them. We really love our firemen, and they put their lives at risk every day to go out there and do what they do, to take care of our people, our neighbors, our family.
The work EMS does is all in the name of saving the lives of others.
I have personally been on calls where we got there, we started CPR, we had to jumpstart someone's heart by defibrillation, and this is a person that wasn't breathing, they had no heartbeat, and when we initiated these interventions, by the time we got that person to the hospital, that person was talking to us and had a positive outcome, and they walked out of the hospital, and I don't think there's any better feeling than that.
I specifically look at an incident where we delivered a baby on the front lawn of somebody's house. You know, she was trying to get to the hospital, didn't make it there, and we were there early in the morning. But I think for me, what was a kind of a unique, that aha moment about what we mean to the community is when you see a child that's 7 years old or 8 years old, and it's this child that you delivered on the front lawn. and she's out walking in the community, and mom says, "Oh, hey, Jake, you were the paramedic that delivered her." And those are those relationships that are priceless.
Long Beach EMS continues to innovate. Taking advantage of the latest technology, they're looking to save more lives each year through a new system called Pulse Point. The system, launched in partnership with St. Mary, invites anyone trained in CPR to download an app to their phone. When a medical emergency happens near them, they will be alerted and will, in effect, become a citizen member of the EMS team.
And it goes along with our Hello Human Kindness campaign. Just be nice to your neighbor. And then I, as a citizen of Long Beach, think it's wonderful that if we could do CPR and help save someone before the rescue heroes arrive, then we're all working together just to be nice to each other.
Another pilot program will place one paramedic on every piece of fire equipment that responds to an emergency.
So that you get the highest level of care and assessment that you can get, so that we can treat you properly before maybe one of our paramedic transport units gets there.
We're just small enough as a big department to be very nimble. So we have very smart people in the fire department that come up with new ideas such as Pulse Point. So we really are, Long Beach has really been leading the way in emergency medical service for the last 42 years, and we expect that to continue into the future.
This is an amazing place to work. We have a great group of men and women that care a lot.
For their innovative life-saving efforts, for responding to more than 44,000 emergency calls each year, for putting their lives on the line in the service of others, we award Long Beach EMS the St. Mary Life Achievement Award.